Hi guys, it's me Josephine, and today I'm gonna talk about natural Waldorf toys you can get for free. Sounds great, right? So don't miss this video and watch it until the end. Let's get started. The first is something you might have seen already on Pinterest. People have it a lot when they have Waldorf kids room or something like that, and of course it is something we have too. These are those Pankos. They are great when you're going on a walk with your kid. Then depending on where you live, you might find those. I found with my daughter some they look really different, and that's a lot of fun. She's using them as trees when she's playing, or she's using them in many other ways. Like every Waldorf toy, there are so many options. As long as you can imagine something, you can play it, and it's very cute. Sometimes she's feeding her dolls with it. This is something I highly recommend, and like I said, it's free, so you better get it. Now all the flowers are growing here, and it's so pretty, and we like to there's a little bit of more. We like to pick them, and while my daughter is playing with them, after a little while they are dried like those, and she still plays with them when they are dried, and then they are plants when she's playing, or they are something her animals or dolls eat, or she's cooking with it, and there's so many different options, or she's just decorating it. It's so beautiful. I love dried flowers, and they also smell good, and she loves that too. She always sits there and makes it's so cute. I love it. So I highly recommend for you to get flowers that are growing around when you're going on a walk. Just pick them up, and some will dry beautiful. Maybe you will find also some flowers that don't dry beautiful and you have to throw them away, but most of them dry really beautiful. They are pretty cute. You can use them to sort them, you can dye them, you can put them on little figures like hats, you can put them on your fingers, or whatever you can imagine. They can be also something to eat when you're playing cooking, or your kid. And yeah, they are very, very cute, and my daughter loves to play with them. And what she also loves is that they are so tiny, and she likes to hold tiny things because it's kind of challenging her more, and that's why she likes it. We've got stones in many different colors and sizes and different shapes, and they feel different. Some of them are very, very soft, other ones are a little more rough, and other ones are really rough, and they have a lot of corners, and those are more like, yeah, they feel more comfortable in your hand because they are so round, and it's pretty interesting for kids to feel all those different shapes and the different tops of the stones. And of course there's so many ways how you can use them. When your kid is very little, like my daughter, you can use them to have them when you decorate something where the animals walk through the for the grass, and then these are stones what you use to put it around so it looks very pretty. Or another thing you can do is when your kid is drawing, a lot of times the paper flips away of my daughter, and I'm not even sure is flip away the right word, but it's moving away. So to make it stay on the place where you want it, you just put on the corners the stones and they will keep it on the right spot. And your child can draw easily, because it's very hard to draw when the paper is moving and you're just so little and you don't know. Yeah, it can be kind of tricky sometimes. Yeah, and another thing you can do with stones is, depending on the size, you can draw something on them. And if the stones are kind of like this one as example, you can use that when your child is a little bit older to draw with your child, or when your child is too young, you can do it by yourself. Draw some things on it, like the different seasons or different weathers or other things to make stories, what is very beautiful. Or if you want to make your own board games, you can use different stones where you draw different things as the figures. There's so many ways with how you can use stones. That's just impossible to tell all of them to you, but I'm sure on Pinterest you'll find even more, and I really highly recommend to pick up some pretty stones when you see them. Of course, only when they are somewhere where you're allowed to pick them up, not when you need, but just make this garden very pretty with new stones. But yeah, you know what I mean. Another thing what you can find also outside is this, sticks. Yeah. Whenever we found very pretty sticks, we took them home, and they have also the natural different shapes. And my daughter loves it, how they feel, how they are different, and you can do so many things. Like with all the things I just said, I repeat myself. Yeah, they can be a tree, and then you might want to put some of those flowers on it so it looks pretty. Or they can be for fire. For a fireplace, you can build one like that and putting it on top of each other. Or you can frame the place where you're playing, so it is, yeah, just in a frame. Sometimes this helps. Or they can be food. I was playing a little while ago with a little girl, and she pretended that every stick is a different kind of food. One was a tomato, the other one was cinnamon, so it really did not matter to her. And kids have so much imagination, and it's just so beautiful. Like I said, another video is great when they're natural because they're self-cleaning, especially now during this virus. You don't want to have really plastic toys around your child. With those natural materials, you can just feel more safe. And I think this is what every parent wants, to feel more safe and to have their kids safe. So I highly recommend that. And we also have some bigger ones. I cannot even show the whole thing in the video in one time because it's just too big. Yeah, so they're really so many beautiful natural things outside, and I highly recommend to get them. This is not something every parent would give to their kid, but I do. Are those little glass things. There were spices inside, and you can open it and refill it. I don't need it because I have too many. and my daughter really loves to play with them. She pretends that there is something inside and she's using it, or she puts something inside and shaking it, and is totally amazed by the sound that it makes. I gave my daughter glass very early, and I would never leave her alone with something made out of glass, because if it breaks, she will probably not know what to do yet. But I think that glass is something what teaches kids when it breaks that things break. And that's something very important too. Of course, you can do it also with other things. You don't need glass for that. You can also show with those things, or those pine cones, they can also break. But yeah, we're using glass. So nothing for everybody, but we're using it. And now I have something else. A lot of Americans order things online on Amazon, and I know Canadians do that too. The Europeans not so much, but they are doing it too. And what happens is you have all of those boxes. And I like to keep the boxes what fit in our shelf. And we also kept, see, it was an Amazon box. We also kept the very pretty wrapping paper that was around the presents of my daughter from friends and family. And I used it to decorate the box. My daughter loves to play with boxes, with cardboard boxes. When she's older, she would probably love to draw on them. Right now, she likes to draw on paper a little better because you can see it better. And I highly recommend to keep those because it's free and kids really love to play with boxes. Sometimes she's sitting herself inside, sometimes her dolls, and she's totally excited that you can turn it and then you can't see it from outside anymore. Or she's putting it like a shelf to put things inside, and then she's using it as a box again and just putting it back in the shelf where it's supposed to be. So something free, and I highly recommend to keep those boxes. And if you want also the pretty paper around the presents. And if you want, I can show you in a different video how to make your own glue, also natural. And that's how we put it on that box. Okay, I hope this video was helpful and you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also to give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Goodbye.